Hey guys, Tarke here, really not feeling very well, got the microphone right in my face, sorry for the voice, I'm dying. Just want to quickly show you how to craft a +3 bow. Very simple. The steps are Alt Regal spam until you get +2 level of socketed bow gems, 1 suffix. You then want to Regal, so you hit your second suffix, that leaves you with 1 prefix, 2 suffix. Obviously the prefix you want is +2 level of socketed bow gems. The suffixes really don't matter. You then find someone with Cata and a level 8, I'll show you how to do that later. They then craft cannot roll attack mods. You then slam with an exalted orb. It will force it, it has to then hit +1 level of socketed gems, which is a prefix. The reason this happens is the Cata mod is a suffix, so you then have a quiver with 1 prefix, which is +2 level of bow gems, 3 suffixes, and the only non-attack mod prefix there is +1 level of socketed gems. So you get that, you then remove the Cata craft, you then find someone with a Leo level 3, you then craft increased damage over time. Now, this is the second bow that I crafted today, because I was really ill and really tired earlier, and I made this instead. So Tarke has gotten his bow, you can see he's got all the requirement stuff he needs. He's found someone with the mission masters. This is what happens. Ah. That's not what I wanted to happen. So I spaced out because I was tired. I didn't double check my mods, and physical attack damage leeches life is a prefix. So I had a bow which was +2 level of socketed gems, that's 1 prefix, added cold damage, which is 2 prefixes, and then physical attack damage leeches life, which is 3 prefixes. I then spent an exalt and 12C with a tip to then craft cannot roll attack mods, and then proceeded to slam crit multi. So make sure that you double check your mods. And if you don't know how to double check your mods, then go over to Pee-wee Affix, go to the bow tab, so two-handed bows, and again, +2 level socketed bow gems. It requires eye level 64, or a shrieking or deafening essence of dread, and again you want just 1 prefix and then 2 of whatever suffixes. One important thing to note now, with the addition of Shaper and Eld items, in an ideal world for caustic arrow and explosive arrow, you would want a eye level 82 Elder 6-link bow, and you alt Regal spam until you have +2 level of bow gems, increased AoE, adds an additional arrow, and you then go through this process. That is obviously incredibly expensive, and if I'm still enjoying this character in a few weeks, that's what I'm going to try and do. My voice is really going. But yeah, and remember, it has to be eye level 82. When it comes to the bases of the bows, it doesn't really matter, but you ideally want to find either a movement speed implicit bow, or whatever's just cheapest. Just search for bows which are 6-linked, and then if you're going to alt Regal spam, which have a minimum eye level of 64, search. So if you want to be very cheap, you could do it for 12C, but do what I did and just keep searching to find something with movement speed, which isn't corrupted. I've paid 18, I think, for my base. So this guy, this is the perfect base. Marrakefis costs you 30C. Ideally doing it with the 6% increased movement speed base. At the time, there weren't any for sale, so I just settled for 4%. So you'd purchase this for 30 chaos. You then get your required mats, and again, that is 1 exalted orb to craft the cannot roll attack mods itself, a second exalted orb to slam with a +1 level of socketed gems, that's 2 exalts, 1 scour to remove the crafted mod, 5 alchemies for the Leo craft, and then whatever tips on top, and probably about 100, maybe 200 alterations. So the total cost is whatever that is in your league, about 3x tops, but about 2.5, should we say. And as always, the way to find stuff is to Google. So How did I find this? Dawdle's Hardcore Abyss Master Service. This is the guy I used to craft my first failed bow. It was completely my fault that it was failed. He even pointed out the suffixes and prefixes were a bit wonky, but because I was so ill, I just wasn't really listening. He did actually try to warn me, but whatever. Find a random forum thread that you like the look of, which has a lot of people vouching that, yeah, I can trust this guy, and I can save hardcore. You can trust this guy. You can also trust Uberdan. That's why I used to craft my second one, because this guy had logged off, and he's just a chill dude. Go to Google. So, let's say you play Abyss. Abyss Mastercraft Service. Communities, Abyss Mastercraft Service. All 8. Okay, he's got his name here. He's got a thread of people vouching for him. Seems good. If you don't trust this guy, click Communities. Find someone else you like the look of. And yeah. Forums. They're annoying, but go for them. This is the bow that we got in the end. The total cost of crafting the 2 bows combined was probably about 6 exalts. But, oh well. I have this. Now, if you're an SSF guy, one thing you can do instead is save up Essence of Dreads, and then also try and save up Porcupine cards. Porcupine cards eventually give you a eye level 50 Sick-Link short bow. This is the same base as Quillrain. And then what you would do is you would throw all the Essence of Dreads that you have into it, which then forces +2 level +2 level of bow gems, and you would end up with something looking kind of roughly like this. Now, if you then had your own level 8 Katarina, you could then just, you know, do the crafting process, which I'll also leave in the description and in the comments. So at level 3, or if you can't do that and you have no way of getting level 8 Katarina, you just need to keep spamming until you eventually get +3, which will be very difficult. So good luck with that. But to be honest, +2 is kind of good enough. And for anyone unsure why you would want +3 for a Corsair build, the main thing which scales Corsair is the level. So here you can see with my current bow, it deals 30k. And then if we took out the Empower, and the Empower is getting +1 from the +1 of the Socket Gems, then see it goes down to 22k. And if we did a similar setup in this bow, just like +2. Put all of that in. I have the random slow approach somewhere. Put that instead of the Empower. You can then see that's only doing 24k. So yeah, by having an Empower and a +3 bow rather than a slow approach, you're gaining quite a lot of damage. And this is all just like random tool tippy damage that isn't counting in Despair and all this other stuff. So yeah, it's kind of important that you have the correct setups. And if you are interested in guides or anything for Corsair, when I played a little bit more of this character and it's not just like level 80, I'll do something for this build. But as always, you can just find stuff over on my profile. Just search Tarke PoE profile in Google and I show up. But yeah, boys, bye-bye.